I'd like to ask you about Slafkovsky too. I mean, he had one goal, could have scored more tonight. He just seemed to always be in the right place at the right time. He's only 19. I think people tend to forget that he's only 19.
Yes.
What are you expecting this season from him? What are you hoping for this season?
I'm just hoping for him to grow, to keep growing. And growing is not necessarily like in a straight line. There's going to be some dips and stuff, but I'm pretty sure that from now till the end of the season, when we connect these dots, it's going up. You know, I think there's just something of the expectation that he has to, you know, to live with. Sometimes they're unfair, you know, and for me, like tonight, Slaf, yeah, he's in the right spot, but it's one thing to be in the right spot and doing the right thing when you're in that spot. And you know, Slaf uses his assets with, you know, obviously he's got speed, he's got strength, and he can shoot the puck. But I thought, you know, it's a good sign to me the last 5 periods that he's played, and we're going to keep going. You can't just move on the ice to move. You can't just move wherever you want to go. You got to move where the team needs you to go, you know, and it depends where your teammates are. It depends where the opponents are, you know. So I think he's learning to, he's got great assets, but I think he's learning to play the game with 4 other guys, really, you know, and I think it's, you can see when he does it, because he does get those touches.
You always talk about the value of watching from upstairs. Is there any observations that he brought to you in your discussions that he noticed some things that he's applying right now?
Well, not necessarily because he's watched upstairs. I just think he's very engaged when we have discussions about, you know, his game and, you know, and what I'm trying to get to him. He's very engaged, and it's not a monologue. It's not a dictatorship. It's a conversation, and it's a dialogue, and it's back and forth. And it's, to me, like, you know, with your players, like, you're playing catch. You know, you're throwing the ball to him, and he throws it back. And eventually, like, you know, it's you might back up more, and the pitches are hard. It's really that, you know. So you can't just. Sometimes you have to steer them towards the answer. You can't just constantly try to give them the answer. You know, you want to steer them. You know, and I think, like, and then that's my analogy about playing catch, because then they throw it back at you, and then I feel you really get to them in that way. So, you know, he's a young player, but, you know, the progression I'm seeing in a short amount of time, it's encouraging. And like I said before, like, it's not going to be in the straight line. It's not going to be.
Thanks for watching another video of the Habs Daily News with the hockey coach, Coach Frenchy. But before we leave, we invite you, please don't forget to click on the like, subscribe to the Hockey Nation Live Show, and leave us a comment about this episode. And of course, you have greatness inside of you, and we wish you an amazing, great, blessing day, everybody.